Good citizens of the American Federation, Sir Thomas, Lieutenant General, has said that making an alliance with a foreign country is everything Nathan Daniels stood against. My treaty with Russia is the only way we can win this war with the United States of America. He says that I am committing treason, so now I am demanding him step down from his position as Lieutenant General. Thank you.
President Westwood has just publicly denounced Sir Thomas and ordered him to step down. With Thomas on the move and Westwood growing more paranoid by the day, an inner civil war seems imminent. In the name of Nathan Daniels.
Good evening, citizens of the United States. USA News Today is happy to report that the war is going well. Our forces are now fighting in Federation territory and the war seems over. Please hold for the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
America, yet again, luck is on our side, as currently I have reports from the CIA that the rebels have begun fighting amongst themselves. President Westwood has turned against the Army of Southern California's commander, Sir Thomas. At this moment, our forces are preparing an all-out assault on the American Federation, as this internal conflict should weaken their forces. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears this war will soon be over, and we can again turn to global concerns.
With this new news, it seems the war may be over quicker than expected.
And we interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast to inform you of dire news. In a daring raid, Sir Thomas, commanding general of the Army of Southern California, has led his Lone Wolf Brigade in an assault on Westwood's presidential tower. Yes, please hold for President Westwood.
Citizens of Los Angeles, I come to you today pleading for your help. Please do not let this Lieutenant General into your city. Please be vigilant. Fight against him. Do not let him into the palace of the presidency. We will not let this man into our city.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Federation, it is my deepest regret to inform you that the President has had an accident. He is unable to assume his duties, and therefore, with great regret, I am taking on the mantle of President. Now, for a few moderate changes. The war will go on, and we will win it, but there will be no treaty with Russia. The old president, the original president, Nathan Daniels, would never have allowed such insanity. And so, we will win this war alone. Thank you and good night.
It seems President Westwood has suffered a grievous accident and will be unable to continue his duties. Long live President Thomas and our new president.
What? What was that? What was that? Answer me! Somebody! Somebody answer me! Now! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down!
Good evening, citizens of the United States. As many of you know, Russell Westwood, the new leader of the Federation, was killed by Sir Thomas Forrest in a raid on LA. We have breaking news to report on. Sir Thomas has led his best troops in a raid on DC and kidnapped John Carver. They're referring to this event as the Midnight Raid. The outcome of the war seems very uncertain at this time.
Today is a glorious day for our citizens, soldiers, and the Federation as a whole. In a daring midnight raid on the U.S. Capitol, Sir Thomas, our great leader, has captured President Carver, the hypocrite that threw us into World War III and was responsible for the fallout of the United States of America. In a verdict bestowed by a jury of the former U.S. citizens, the hypocrite Carver has been sentenced to death. And now, we take you live to President Thomas, who will carry out the sentence.
I, Alexander Thompson, former Chief of Security for our great President Nathan Daniels, am here to execute this man on behalf of Sir Thomas. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today. He had other matters to attend to. So, I am here to execute him. Any last words?
Yes, I, President John Carver, stand here today, still proud, representing America. And I want to let you know that the past trial was a mockery, and it goes against everything our country stands for. And I will always stand for America. And Nathan Daniels is a traitor! Shut up!
A lovely last speech, but it falls on deaf ears. Because we, the people of the American Federation, know the truth. In the name of Nathan Daniels.
Good evening, citizens of the United States. Today, we have heartbreaking news to report on. Former President John Carver was killed today after he was tried by a jury of his ex-peers. The man who executed him was none other than Sir Thomas.
America, I come before you with dire news. In a bizarre series of events, the American Federation wasn't as weakened as the Joint Chiefs thought. Sir Thomas has fortified the borders, and our forces have been stalemated. That, in combination with the death of our dear President, John Carver, has led to the loss of morale of our troops, but we will...
Good evening, citizens of the United States. I bring you shocking breaking news at this hour. The Pentagon has been destroyed by a Federation truck bomb. The bomb killed the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. This comes at a terrible time for our war. The military is failing abroad, and the Federation is gaining ground.
Hello, people of the United States of America. Today, as you have all heard, by now John Carver and most of the cabinet members were killed last night in a Federation terrorist raid. Our capital is in ruins, but the United States of America will not step down or surrender. We will fight to the bitter end. So now I am assuming the presidency of the United States of America, and I vow that the terrorists that caused the attack will pay dearly with their lives. Ha ha. Good night.
United States. Tonight, Andrew Smithy, former Secretary of the Treasury, has been named President by the surviving members of Congress. He was named President due to the fact that the majority of the members of the Cabinet and a large portion of the Congress were killed during the midnight raid.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Federation, I have the greatest news that I've ever had the pleasure to relate to you. The American forces are all retreating. Our forces have all but conquered the entirety of the country. Within the day, the war will be completely over, and we shall be free. There is no greater pleasure as a president than being able to stand before you and be able to relate this to you. I hope we will be able to live in peace for many years. Thank you and good night.